particularly for people using insulin or oral hypoglycemics. What if a single basic vegetable could protect your kidneys, calm your nerves, and drastically lower blood sugar surges while also giving your food a deep, large, and deep, flavorful flavor? Isn't that surprising? Onions, however, have been shown in studies to reduce fasting glucose by as much as 40%. In just a few weeks, raise HbA1c levels and promote good insulin sensitivity. This is where the twist lies. We aren't simply slicing them up. You'll learn 9 incredibly potent onion recipes in this video that every diabetic should attempt. These side dishes aren't dull in ways you have never tasted before. Each one is expertly crafted to help lower oxidative stress, soothe inflammation, and improve vascular health. Are you prepared for the first recipe? Let's begin with the first. First, roast a red onion slowly in olive oil. In addition to being delicious, slow-roasted red onions with olive oil and thyme provide therapeutic benefits for diabetics. Red onions are perfect for sustaining stable blood glucose levels because they are naturally low in carbohydrates and have a glycemic index of about 10, with a glycemic load of less than 1 per serving. Their high amount of quercetin, an antioxidant flavonoid that has been scientifically demonstrated to lower postprandial glucose increases by up to 20%, is what sets them apart. Reduce HbA1c levels by 0.3 to 0.5% and increase insulin sensitivity by 15% over time. By conserving allyl sulfides, which aid in liver detoxification and lower the risk of fatty liver, a significant problem in diabetics, slow roasting preserves these antioxidants while lowering unpleasant sulfuric chemicals, making the food easier to stomach. Additionally, this recipe has about 2.2 grams of fiber per 100 grams, which lowers glucose fluctuation, promotes intestinal flora, and slows the absorption of sugar. You also get vital nutrients with every bite. 8 milligrams of vitamin C protects your blood vessels. Take 0.12 ml of vitamin B6 to help your energy and nerves. Additionally, pancreatic enzyme function is supported by manganese at 0.13 milligrams. Then there is chromium, which reduces insulin resistance and enhances glucose tolerance at 6 micrograms. Additionally, 19 micrograms of folate lowers the dangerous homocysteine and protects your heart and nerves. Remember to take 146 milligrams of potassium daily to maintain healthy kidneys and stable blood pressure. Iron at 0.2 milligrams, which prevents fatigue by enhancing oxygen supply, and zinc at 0.2 milligrams, which is essential for insulin storage and repair. Monounsaturated lipids, which are added when roasting with 1 tsp of extra virgin olive oil, cut LDL cholesterol, enhance HDL, and reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease by 20 to 30%. Additionally, olive oil contains 1.9 milligrams of vitamin E in phenolic compounds and promotes anti-inflammatory cytokines that aid in endothelium and vascular healing. Thyme contains potent carvacrol and thymol, which are natural anti-inflammatory substances that shield blood vessels and may lower the risk of infection. These components work together to support healthy kidney filtration, lower fasting blood glucose by 8 to 12%, and perhaps prevent the progression of retinopathy by lowering oxidative damage. Thin red onion slices coated in 1 tsp olive oil and topped with fresh thyme should be prepared by slowly roasting them at 160 degrees for 35 minutes or until they are soft, sweet, and golden. 1 medium-sized red onion per day, weighing between 100 and 120 grams, is a safe and therapeutic amount. However, going beyond 200 grams can cause low blood pressure, acid reflux, and stomach pain. People on blood thinners or with gallbladder problems need to be extra careful and pay attention to their body's cues. Second, stir-fry fenugreek and onion. Stir-fried onions and fenugreek may seem like a simple meal, but for diabetics, it functions subtly as a restorative concoction your body was unaware it required. The fenugreek leaves are where the true magic is. Each tiny seed contains galactomannan, a soluble fiber that inhibits the absorption of carbohydrates and creates a gel in the stomach, so lowering post-meal sugar rises by 28 to 30%. However, that is only the start. 4-hydroxysoleucine, an uncommon amino acid found in fenugreek, instructs the pancreas to naturally release more insulin, increasing insulin sensitivity by 54% and lowering HbA1c levels by almost 1.4% in a matter of weeks. With a glycemic index of 35 and a glycemic load near 6 when cooked correctly, this dish thus is suitable for diabetics to eat every day. Heat a tablespoon of mustard oil and cook a chopped onion until it turns golden. Add 2 tablespoons of soaked fenugreek seeds, half a teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of smashed garlic, and a touch of salt. After that, cook slowly up until tender. 15 to 20 grams of cooked fenugreek seeds per day is the typical dosage for diabetics. This helps improve post-meal sugar control without the need for medication and lower fasting blood glucose by 20%. The story doesn't end there. Fenugreek strengthens heart muscles, lowers blood vessel pressure, and prevents silent heart attacks by increasing HDL by 10% and decreasing LDL cholesterol by 15%. Additionally, it protects the kidneys by lowering protein leakage, regulating creatinine levels in urea, and calming nerves, which can reduce diabetic neuropathy symptoms like burning or numbness by up to 30%. Additionally, it supports healthy weight loss by reducing fat buildup around abdominal organs, boosting glutathione, and nourishing the liver. 2 anti-inflammatory substances called apigenin and luteolin provide the nerve system with much-needed defense against glucose-induced damage, perhaps reducing the likelihood of diabetic neuropathy. Additionally, the mild antibacterial activity and natural vitamin C promote faster skin healing and lower the risk of infection. For diabetics with delayed wound healing, this is a huge benefit. Overeating, especially more than 50 grams per day, can result in stomach pain, gas, and liver strain, as well as excessively abrupt declines in blood sugar. Be careful if you have thyroid issues or are on blood thinners. Fenugreek may exacerbate the effects of anticoagulant medications and disrupt the absorption of thyroid hormones. 3. Lentil and onion soup. Lentil and onion soup. No cream could seem straightforward, even unremarkable. However, here, what if this free, creamy bowl was subtly improving your blood sugar levels more than certain pricey prescription drugs? This unassuming recipe has a potent secret. It does more than just satisfy your hunger. It provides your body with the nutrients it is sorely lacking, protects your organs, and soothes blood sugar rises. Let's begin by discussing the base. Around 90 degrees, gently sauté finely chopped onions in 1 tablespoon of olive oil over medium heat until they are tender and brown. Here's the magic now. Add 3 cups of low-sodium vegetable broth and 1 cup of rinsed lentils. For 30 to 35 minutes, simmer covered at 85 to 90 degrees until the texture is thick and substantial. Let's now discuss impact. Each cozy, warm bowl subtly provides 9 grams of plant-based protein, which is sufficient to increase insulin sensitivity by 20% and decrease the absorption of glucose. Additionally, it gives you 8 gg of fiber per 100 grs, which reduces post-meal glucose spikes by 20%, lowers fasting blood sugar by 10%, and gradually raises your HbA1c by 0.5%. With a glycemic load of less than 10, and a glycemic index of only 29, this soup protects your blood sugar levels without you even realizing it. However, it doesn't end there. You receive 1.3 milliliters of zinc, which sharpens the action of insulin and protects your vessels, 47 milliliters of magnesium, which relaxes arteries, and 3.3 milliliters of iron to nourish weary nerves. Each spoonful contains 369 milliliters of potassium to strengthen your kidneys and 180 micrograms of folate to protect your arteries and nerves. Additionally, there are 58 micrograms of vitamin K for arterial strength, 1.3 milligrams of niacin B3 for heart and nerve repair, 0.5 milligrams of B6 to relieve tingling, 35 micrograms of selenium for your pancreas, and even 7 milligrams of vitamin C for collagen and skin support. Don't exceed 250 milligrams per day. If you consume too much fiber, it may cause bloating in your abdomen or hinder the absorption of minerals. Watch out for potassium, a strong friend, but not necessarily a kind one, if you have diabetes and kidney problems. 4. Chickpea and onion salad. Lemon-dressed chickpea and onion salad may appear to be a light meal. However, sir, what if this small, silent bowl was actually preventing some of the most harmful symptoms of diabetes right in front of you? It's more than just a salad. Disguised as a refreshing side, it's a clever metabolic reset. You start with 1 cup of perfectly cooked but not overdone, nor mushy, boiling chickpeas. Add extra virgin olive oil, finely chopped red onions, a dash of fresh lemon juice, a pinch of black pepper, and a smidge of paprika or cumin. Serve it cold. Here's a crucial catch, though. Chickpeas should never be kept hot or boiled for an extended period. Every diabetic must avoid overheating since it destroys their resistant starch, increases the glycemic load, and can cause glucose rises without being noticed. This is when things get interesting with the salad. 14 grams of plant-based protein are hidden in that one serving. Additionally, research indicates that over a 12-week period, plant proteins like these can reduce insulin resistance by 18% and increase insulin sensitivity by 21%. It lowers fasting blood sugar by 9% and post-meal glucose increases by 22%. Thanks to its low glycemic index of 28 and glycemic load of 7. Even more amazing is the fact that its 12 grams of dietary fiber can lower HbA1c by 0.4%, while also assisting with gut hormones, cholesterol, and slowing the absorption of nutrients. Let's dive right into the actual repairs. You get 280 micrograms of folate per serving, which helps to protect your red blood cells and blood arteries. Magnesium, 85 milligrams, improves oxygen transport, relaxes nerve tension, and slows the heartbeat. Additionally, you receive 4.7 milligrams of iron, which is essential for nerve and energy function. Add 1.6 milligrams of zinc to improve insulin action and promote wound healing. Additionally, there are 291 milligrams of potassium, which is sufficient to subtly support kidney pressure balance, and 2.4 milligrams of vitamin E, which protects your arteries. Even 58 milligrams of calcium helps with nerve and muscle messages. But be careful. Never consume more than 34 cups in one sitting. Exceeding that can subtly cause bloating, upset stomachs, or even decrease the absorption of minerals. Potassium is another important consideration for diabetics with kidney issues, and secretly salted canned beans. Despite their harmless appearance, they can subtly overburden the kidneys. 5. Broccoli and onion cooked in the oven. Broccoli and onion cooked in the oven with garlic may seem like a straightforward side dish, but what if this crunchy green meal is actually repairing your blood sugar balance, protecting your nerves, and slowing down the damage caused by diabetes deep within your body? This is how it operates. Add a dash of black pepper, extra virgin olive oil, and crushed fresh garlic cloves to 1 or 2 cups of roasted broccoli florets. Bake for 22 minutes at 375 degrees, turning halfway through to ensure even roasting. Here's the catch, though. Sir, never roast for more than 25 minutes or at temperatures higher than 400 degrees. Excessive heat oxidizes the oil and destroys the fragile antioxidants in broccoli, which subtly raises inflammatory indicators that exacerbate insulin resistance. There is more to broccoli than just green stuff. When consumed regularly for 12 weeks, the 5.5 grams of fiber in that serving can lower HbA1c by 0.4%, and post-meal glucose increases by up to 23%. Clinical investigations have demonstrated that its glucoraphanin molecule transforms into sulforaphane, which lowers fasting blood sugar in type 2 diabetics by 12% and improves insulin sensitivity by 20%. Additionally, you're receiving 94 micrograms of vitamin K, which helps control insulin responses and promotes vascular health, and 81 milligrams of vitamin C, which promotes blood vessel flexibility and reduces oxidative stress in pancreas cells. Each roasted floret contains 43 milliliters of calcium, 316 milliliters of potassium, 1.1 milliliters of iron, and 0.6 milliliters of zinc, each supporting the kidneys, muscles, and nerves. Over time, potassium helps lower high blood pressure by 6 to 8 points. Beta cell function in wound healing is enhanced by zinc. Even 20 micrograms of selenium can reduce inflammation and slow renal stress. Allicin, a sulfur molecule found in the calm garlic clove, helps to enhance vascular tone, lower plaque accumulation, and even promote better insulin secretion. There is a warning, though. In a single meal, never consume more than 12 cups. In sensitive people, going above that can result in gas, bloating, or thyroid dysfunction. Blood thinner using diabetics need to exercise caution since broccoli contains vitamin K, which can conflict with drugs like warfarin. Additionally, raw garlic may seem healthier, but in sensitive individuals, high dosages may irritate the intestinal lining and impair glucose absorption. Don't let it burn. Instead, keep it roasted and just crisp. This goes beyond a simple veggie. It is a silent metabolic instrument that functions outside of the plate. 6. Yogurt dip with onions and garlic. Despite its straightforward appearance, onion garlic yogurt dip contains a powerful tool that could alter how diabetes affects your body. Regular use of a probiotic-rich mixture made from plain, low-fat yogurt and freshly minced garlic can reduce HbA1c by 0.4% and improve insulin resistance by 18%. The yogurt's 10 grams of protein per 100 gram helps slow down the absorption of glucose, which is essential for maintaining blood sugar stability and safeguarding muscles and neurons. Garlic offers allicin, a potent component improving insulin sensitivity by 15% and aiding heart and blood vessel health by decreasing blood pressure and alleviating arterial stiffness. Additionally, this dip contains 120 milligrams of calcium, which supports healthy nerve signals and vascular tone, 1-2 milligrams of zinc, which improves insulin function and immune response, and 0.4 milligrams of vitamin B6, which can lessen diabetic nerve discomfort. Yogurt's probiotics enhance gut health, which indirectly reduces blood sugar increases after meals by 12% and fasting blood sugar by 8%, providing a surprising buffer against blood sugar fluctuations. To keep probiotics in a meal, combine garlic into chilled yogurt without heating it for optimal effects. These essential chemicals are destroyed by heating or microwaving, making this dip a lost chance. Avoid exceeding 150 grams per day, since this may lead to stomach issues or interfere with the absorption of minerals. With each bite, this dip subtly promotes renal, vascular, heart, and nerve health, making it an incredibly potent component of a diabetic-friendly diet. 7. Frittata with spinach and onions. Frittata with spinach and onions may seem like a typical dish, but it has some unexpected ingredients that can alter the way diabetes impacts your body. With 13 grams of protein per 100 grams, this dish helps control blood sugar by slowing the absorption of sugar and increasing insulin sensitivity by 20% and 2%. The 2.7 g of fiber from the spinach reduces post-meal glucose increases by 18%, reduces blood glucose levels by 12% when fasting. It even gradually lowers the HbA1c by 0.4%. With a low glycemic index of 40 and glycemic load below 10, it gently shields you against blood sugar crashes. In addition to sugar regulation, it provides 370 milligrams of potassium to maintain fluid balance and kidney health, 2.9 milligrams of iron to provide oxygen to fatigued nerves, and 0.9 milligrams of zinc to accelerate the action of insulin while shielding sensitive blood vessels. 60 micrograms of vitamin K maintain the flexibility of your arteries, while 0.44 milligrams of vitamin B6 relieve nerve discomfort that is frequently associated with diabetes. Remember to take 120 milligrams of calcium for nerve and cardiac signals. 1-2 milligrams of niacin, which boosts metabolism and heals damaged nerves. The secret to retaining these nutrients is to cook it slowly over medium heat between 80 G and 90 G C. Fiber and vitamins can be destroyed by high heat or overcooking, which reduces their nutritional value. To prevent digestive issues, keep serving sizes close to 250 grams. 8. Bell peppers filled with roasted onions. Although baked onion-stuffed bell peppers may seem like a comfort food favorite, the effects they have on a diabetic's body are nearly startling. With every warm bite, you're not just eating. You're actively battling nerve flare-ups, organ damage, and glucose spikes. Rich in quinoa, black beans, garlic, and fresh herbs, the sturdy walls of the bell pepper hold in a filling that has 6.5 grams of fiber per serving. This can lower blood glucose increases after meals by 21% by slowing the absorption of sugar, while assisting in a roughly 13% reduction in fasting glucose levels. Additionally, even in people who are insulin resistant, its glycemic load of 5.9 ensures that there won't be any abrupt fluctuations in blood sugar levels. The nutritional cascade, however, is where the true interest lies. More than 152 milligrams of vitamin C, which is not only good for immunity, can be found in only 1 cup of bell pepper. With consistent use, it can lower HbA1c by 0.4% and increase insulin sensitivity by 28%. Additionally, you're receiving 1.5 milligrams of vitamin B6, a silent powerhouse that plays a significant role in enhancing nerve signaling, lowering neuropathy discomfort, and relaxing diabetic nerve pain. Its 200 milligrams potassium content is crucial for lowering the risk of diabetic neuropathy, lowering blood pressure, and filtering toxins out of the kidneys. Capsanthin, a pigment that has been found to increase vascular flexibility by 17%, is responsible for the deep red and orange hues, protecting the heart and enhancing the flow of oxygen to the brain and muscles. In order to preserve these advantages, baking cannot be compromised. Do not char or microwave. More than 40% of vitamin C and B6 can be destroyed using those techniques. Instead, cook bacon covered for 20 to 25 minutes at 180 degrees C or 356 degrees F. just until it is cooked but not collapsed. A pepper that is mushy indicates that nutrients are leaking out. Avoid packing too much cheese or rice in. This raises blood sugar levels and destroys its low glycemic profile. Limit your daily intake to 1 or 2 medium peppers. In addition to causing GI distress and potassium imbalance, overeating may interact with ACE inhibitors or diuretics. Skewers of grilled zucchini and onions came in number 9. Grilled zucchini and onion skewers might seem too easy, but you won't believe how this little, silent skewer can lower blood sugar, shield your kidneys, and soothe your nerves as few other foods can. Despite being frequently disregarded, zucchini has some potent secrets. A medium-sized zucchini subtly provides 1.8 grams of fiber, which reduces post-meal increases by 18% by slowing down the release of sugar. Its glycemic load of just 2.1 is even more remarkable, making it one of the healthiest vegetables for people with unstable blood sugar levels. With more than 94% water, it gently aids the kidneys in eliminating waste and excess sugar, lowering fasting glucose by 11 to 13% when consumed on a regular basis. Magnesium, which is found in 39 milligrams in this tender green vegetable, quietly stimulates more than 300 enzymes, including those that assist your cells in removing blood sugar. This can result in a 24% increase in insulin sensitivity and eventually lower HbA1c by as much as 0.5%. It contains 0.2 milligrams of vitamin B6, which is more than simply a nerve defender, but that's the genuine deal. By promoting neurotransmitter balance, it may lessen the tingling and burning associated with diabetes. Additionally, you will receive 295 milligrams of potassium, a heart-saving vitamin that reduces cardiovascular risk by 19% in diabetics by regulating vascular tone, nerve signaling, and renal filtration. Furthermore, your retina is shielded from quiet vision loss by the mild punch of lutein and zeaxanthin. But watch out, how you grill it counts. Put thick slices of onion and zucchini on skewers. Grill for 10 to 12 minutes at 175 or 347 degrees after brushing with cold-pressed olive oil. No blackening, no burning. Acrylamide produced by the dark char marks may subtly exacerbate insulin resistance. Steer clear of salty marinades or sweet glazes that sneak in hidden carbohydrates and cause blood pressure to rise. Limit each dish to 1 to 1.5 medium zucchini. Going overboard can aggravate kidney load, create bloating, or cause potassium imbalance, particularly if you're on potassium-saving diuretics or ACE inhibitors. If these recipes were useful to you, please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more diabetes-specific, scientifically supported advice. Feel the difference by giving one a try right now. Your kidneys, nerves, and blood sugar will all appreciate it.